Hello students, welcome back to our paper CHO 5403, that is Biomolecules, Organic Chemistry of Drug Design and Chiral Drugs. Friends, today we are going to discuss the total synthesis or synthesis of some drug molecules. So we will discuss these 7 drugs molecules. We will start from propranolol, then diazepam, then adrenaline, omeprazole, fifth one is ibuprofen, sixth one is metoprolol, and lastly, the seventh one is captopril. So, without wasting time, let's start with the first drug. So, if we go for the structure is very simple, having S isomer for the one chiral center. So, friends, this is structure of our drug propranolol. It's available in the hydrochloride form. This is a beta blocker medication and often used to treat high blood pressure, irregular heartbeat, migraine headache, and a variety of other ailments. So let's see how we can perform the synthesis of this molecule. So synthesis is very simple and it starts from one naphthol, or we can say it is as a alpha naphthol. So when we get the alpha naphthol, we treat it with the epichlorohydrin. Friends, remember that EP means epoxide. Whenever you found that EP word, EP means epichloro or EP epoxide. So epoxide is present in this molecule, so it is called as epichlorohydrin, and it is treated with the KOH and DMSO. KOH is a base. When it mixed with the DMSO, it is called as super base. It will abstract the proton from OH and it forms O minus over here. This O minus will attack on this carbon, and the nucleophilic displacement, simple nucleophilic substitution of this chloro will give us this compound number 4. So this have one chiral center over here. This is resolved using Zn nitrate and tartaric acid. When the treatment with the isopropylamine is done over this epoxide, we get the epoxide opening by this isopropylamine. So we have this isopropylamine over here. This NH2 will attack on the carbon of this epoxide and the epoxide will be open. Okay. So once we get the epoxide opening, then after resolution we get our final product, that is a S-propranolol drug. So just a two-step synthesis. If we don't use this Zn nitrate and tartaric acid, we get the racemic mixture of this compound. So resolution is very important to get the desired S isomer. So this is a very simple synthesis of our first molecule. Let's go for the second molecule. So second molecule is nothing but diazepam. So friends, this diazepam molecule belongs to benzodiazepine kind of medicines. So what is benzodiazepines? Benzodiazepines are containing one 6-membered ring and another 7-membered ring. So 6-7 fused heterocycles are come under benzodiazepine derivatives. Okay, of course there are two nitrogen. That's why it's called as azepines. Okay, so how this diazepine help us for the diseases. So it is used for the treatment of anxiety, muscle spasms, fits, and also for the reducing alcohol withdrawal symptoms such as sweating and difficulty in sleeping. Okay, so this is a very nice drug for many kinds of anxiety related diseases. So synthesis, we can see the synthesis. Synthesis is also very simple. We get this benzophenone derivative, or I will say 5-amino 3-chloro benzophenone. When it treated with the ethyl glycinate, we get this benzodiazepine, and then when we get this compound, we will treat it with the sodium acetate and dimethyl sulfate. So when we do the reaction with dimethyl sulfate, the reaction is just the N-methylation of this NH to N-methyl. Okay, so DMS is methylating agent. So I have mechanism for you guys. Let's see the mechanism and stepwise synthesis of diazepam. So what we did, we started with 2-amino 5-chloro phenyl, 5-chlorophenyl, phenyl methanol. That is this benzophenone derivative. Then we treated with the ethyl glycinate, that is ethyl ester of glycine. So this NH2 will attack over this carbonyl. We get OH over here, and then water removal from this NH and OH. So we get this N double bond over here, that is imine type of compound. Now once we get this imine, this NH2 which is present on the another phenyl ring, that is aniline type NH2, will attack over the carbonyl group of this ester, and we the O C2H5 will be the leaving group. So we get ethanol as a leaving group, and we get 7-membered ring of this diazepam. So once we get this NH, free NH, which is treated with the sodium methoxide or sometimes sodium acetate to get the N minus over here, and this N minus will attack on the DMS, that is dimethyl sulfate, for the methylation. Once we get methylation, this 7-chloro 1-methyl 5-phenyl 1,3-dihydro 2H benzodiazepinone is our final product, and it is marketed as diazepam. Okay, so this is synthesis of diazepam, and most of the time we use the same synthesis. Now let's go for the next drug, which is ibuprofen. Friends, this ibuprofen we get in our village for any pain related symptoms. So from the local dispensary we always get the brown color uh, tablets for the pain. So ibuprofen is a universal non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. Sometimes we call it NSAID, that is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug that is commonly used for the relief of pain symptom in cases of arthritis, fever, headache, dental pain, menstrual cramps, and even muscle aches. So this is very commonly used painkiller in the remote villages. So as we discussed in my previous lecture, only yes isomer is useful, and it is known as etomer, while other isomer, which is R isomer, is a distomer, but it is inactive, so we need not to worry about R isomer. So only S is useful and having the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory properties. So let's see the synthesis of ibuprofen. So ibuprofen have very classic synthesis and very linear synthesis one must study in organic chemistry. So first step is treatment of this benzene ring with HF and acetic anhydride, that is FC acylation reaction. So benzene ring is acylated with acetic anhydride, and as you know that this alkyl group have plus I effect, the acylation is directed at 4 position, and we get 4 acyl derivative. Now once we have this keto compound, they are treated with the NaBH4 and methanol. So in keto will reduce to the alcohol in presence of NaBH4 and methanol. Once we get this secondary alcohol, it is treated with the SCl to convert it from the alcohol to alkyl halide. As we get the alkyl halide over here, this was treated with the magnesium metal in the ether solvent. So we get the Grignard reagent number 5, that is RMGX, or in this case RMGCl. As you know that R is nucleophile, it will attack on the carbon dioxide molecule, and we get this carboxylate derivative like this. Okay, attack over here, and we get O minus. Once we get O minus, this molecule or this acid is neutralized or acidified with the concentrated HCl to get the final compound, that is the ibuprofen. Once we get the ibuprofen, then this is a racemic mixture which is resolved using different kinds of resolution agent, and we get the final compound, that is desired yes ibuprofen. So we get 99% of enantiomer excess in 77% yield from the racemic ibuprofen. So this is a very nice and classical synthesis of ibuprofen. I think you are enjoying this kind of synthesis. Let's go for the next molecule. Next molecule is very important for our health condition. It is a omeprazole, and some of you might heard the Omi tablet or Omi Z tablet in the day-to-day life. So omeprazole is a antacid, or most of the time it is used to treat some type of stomach and esophagus alignments. So acid reflux, ulcer, or stomach ulcer is treated with the omeprazole. It works by decreasing the amount of acids from your stomach. So this is very important antacid. We will study its synthesis in our next slide. So friends, synthesis is also very classical and very useful for the organic chemistry students. So friends, we will start with the trimethylpyridine. This trimethylpyridine, when treated with acetic acid and H2O2, it will form the N oxide. So this is a formation of N oxide. As you know that the pyridines are very reluctant for the electrophilic substitution like nitration, sulfonation and so on. We need to form N oxide. That's how it will help us for the nitration reaction. So nitration will be directed at 4 position due to this N oxide and we get 4 nitro N oxide derivative. Okay, so this N oxide derivative of nitro when treated with NaOH methanol, there is a ipso attack or ipso substitution. You might heard in the aromatic electrophilic substitution. So ipso substitution of this OMe over here will remove this NO2 and we get OMe over here. Friends, once we get OMe over here, next step is very important, and in one of the CSR net exam this step was asked. So this is a treatment of acetic anhydride with the N oxide. As you know that this is N oxide, it will attack on acetic anhydride and the OAC will be removed from the pyridine, whereas here we get the carbocation or double bond by removal of hydrogen, and then this carbocation then again attacked by the OAC molecule and we get CH2OAC over here and removal of N oxide. So once we get this acetate derivative, this acetate protection is hydrolyzed or removed by treatment with NaOH and we get the free OH over here. By converting this OH to Cl, by treating it with the SOCl2, we get halide derivative. And when we get the halide derivative, the next step is treatment with the 5-methoxy-2-thiol benzimidazole. So this benzimidazole thiol will attack over this carbon and simple nucleophilic substitution of this chloro will give us this kind of sulfide derivative. Once we get the sulfide derivative, we will treat it with the H2O2 to form this sulfoxide. Okay, so sulfoxide is very important part of this drug. So it is achieved by treating it with the H2O2. So this is how the omeprazole drug is synthesized in the commonly uh, organic synthesis. Okay, so friends, next drug is adrenaline. I will say adrenaline is a hormone which is released from our adrenal glands. Okay, and it is major action together with noradrenaline. So whenever we found a threat to our body or to our life, our body decides between fight or flight, whether we need to fight or just run away from the situation. That time the adrenaline is secreted in our body. So it is released in the response to the stress, exciting situations, dangerous situation, and even life-threatening situation. So this simple molecule is synthesized in laboratory in following way. We will start with the pyrocatechol or simple catechol and treatment with the chloroacetyl chloride, that is simple acylation reaction in presence of catalytic amount of POCl3, we get acylation of our catechol. So now friends, once we get the acylation, then simple nucleophilic substitution with this methylamine will displace this chlorine and we get the NH methyl over here. Once we get the compound number 4, reduction of this keto, that is chiral reduction of this keto, will help us to get the final compound and it is called as adrenaline, and this is the very important hormone in our body which is responsible for our aggression, anxiety or fear. Okay, so our next molecule is metoprolol. Already we discussed about propranolol is a similar molecule, or I will say same kind of molecule we are discussing over here. So metoprolol is used to treat high blood pressure or angina pectoris. So angina pectoris is a chest pain usually caused by the lack of oxygen to the heart due to the clogged arteries. So this molecule is helping us for the high blood pressure as well as avoiding the heart failure or heart attack. So you can see the structure over here. Structure is very simple. Only one phenyl ring is there. So now let's see the synthesis. So friends, synthesis is started from the this phenol and treatment with the epichlorohydrin in presence of NaOH. Simple O alkylation will give us this epoxide, and then as we seen previously, this isopropyl amine will displace or ring epoxide opening is take place in presence of isopropyl amine to get our final derivative. I have detailed synthesis for you guys. We will start with the 2,4-benzyloxyphenylethanol. So when we have this benzyloxy group, then alkylation is very easy for this alcohol. And once we get the alkylation of this alcohol by NaH and methyl iodide, we will remove this OBN protection, and we get this 4,2-methoxyethylphenol, which we discussed in our previous slide. So this is a 2,4-methoxy ethoxyphenol. So this 4,2-methoxyethylphenol, when treated with epichlorohydrin, we get our this compound. As you know, the epichlorohydrin is nothing but the epoxide and then CH2Cl. So once we get isolated this S isomer, then next step is displacement or displacement of Cl in presence of potassium tertiary butyroxide to form the Cl. Okay, in some papers or some books, directly they given the epoxide derivative. Okay, this epoxide derivative is then treated with the isopropyl amine, and this simple epoxide opening by NH2 group will give us our final product. Okay, this simple epoxide opening ring will give us our final molecule. It is known as metoprolol. Okay, so now let's go for the next molecule. Next molecule is our last molecule in our discussion, and its name is captopril. So captopril is used for the heart treatment. So captopril is a angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitor, that is AC inhibitor, and most of the time used for the therapy of hypertension and heart failure. This molecule have two chiral centers. That's why two different chiral molecules are treated together to form the molecule to avoid the complex reaction mixture or racemic mixtures. So what these two different kinds of molecules are? First molecule is L-proline. So I think most of you know the structure of L-proline. So this L-proline is over here. This is L-proline, and this is treated with the 2S. So this is the S isomer over here. 3-acetyl thio, 3-acetyl thio, 2-methyl 2-methyl propenyl chloride. This is the 2 position over here. 2-methyl propenyl chloride. So we have NH over here and COCl over here. Simple amide bond formation will takes place in presence of basic conditions like NaOH. So this NH will attack over here, and then Cl will be displaced. Friends, we get this molecule amide derivative. Now the last step for this is ammonolysis of this acetyl protected thiol. So just like hydrolysis, we will do the ammonolysis, and this thiol protection of acetyl group is removed, and we get the final free thiol group from our drug. So this is a molecule known as captopril, and which is used for the heart failure or heart attack. So this is these are the all 7 molecules we have studied for our paper CHO 5403, that is biomolecules, organic chemistry of drug design and chiral drugs. So if you guys have any problem in any of the synthesis, please feel free to ask me. Thank you very much.